Hello again. Okay, so we're back with more Bridge to the Turnabout. This week, the rest of this week is going to be pretty slow with the streams. I'm honestly going to be more focused on it because I won't have people in here to distract me, hopefully. And I should be able to get this done as quickly as possible. Today we're doing part 3.1 investigation and part 3.2 investigation, and tomorrow I will be doing the first parts of the last part of the trial. Friday will be the last part, which should probably be the shortest, but to be fair, I don't know what's going to be the shortest. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and hop in. Yesterday was the last bit we were going to play as Edgeworth, and today we're hopping back into Phoenix's point of view. So, that's fun. Ouch. My arms are shaking. Oh my god, why? I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor Mia had ever handled in a court of law. Ah! Don't hurt me like that! Sorry. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This wasn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling? After falling into the Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. Yo, same. Just kidding. I have felt that before. But I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me. Somehow. Right, are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in an artist speak. Actually, my fever's going down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. I'm sorry, but I was dying at that. Okay, for those of you who don't know, earlier in the school year, I actually went to school with a fever, and I had no idea I actually had a fever that day. So, and it was like 102.2 degrees. So, just so you know, I was dying. What, you could come in here, you can come join me if you want.
I collected this on Conquest.
Why?
I don't know how it worked.
Huh?
I'm moving her over to Birthright anyway.
Who, what, where, how, what?
This character's going on Birthright, but I started her on Conquest. That's why I think.
Okay, but who were you taking off of Birthright when you moved on?
I don't know. Probably Lynn.
Okay, gosh. Sorry, my sister's talking to me. You don't have to whisper, it's okay. Hey, can you at least shut my door?
I'm coming back.
Okay, fine. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, I died, okay? Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shito did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about anything, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Oh boy. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into, and that is our client's background. Naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, alright? Take care. Can you not play that so loud?
I did it. I just clicked yes twice and it did it. Like, did I break the game?
Huh?
Did I break it?
I don't know. I guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Ack! That's right! Maya's still stuck over at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? I hit my nose on the floor. Now I think I broke it.
You're fine.
No, I'm actually not. I swear. I think I broke my nose. I'm okay. I didn't actually break it. It just kind of hurts. All right, I'm off. What?
I'm scared.
Get down here.
No, I'm just coming up here because I want to grab the charger.
That charger?
Yeah.
It's long enough.
I'm just trying to get it.
You don't have to whisper, you know.
I know. I wanted to whisper earlier.
Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Oh my god. I am looking at today's brother. Sorry. Oh.
Or I think it knows I have a birthright battle save. This happened.
Huh?
Because I'm playing birthright through Conquest.
What? How did you do that?
All you have to do is click defend 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼, click yes twice, and it glitches the game and makes this happen.
What the flip?
I think they did that on purpose.
I don't know. You have to show me how to do that. I want to know.
You want to?
Yes.
Okay. Because you want to play birthright through Conquest.
No, I just want to see if it works.
It does work.
Come on.
But you have to do it through Branch of Fate.
Oh.
Otherwise it won't work. I don't.
Oh, okay. Come on, please. It's for art's sake. I swear. There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Ah! Enough! Fools, who foolishly accepts the foolishness of a fool's fool. Kill me.
She said so much.
My tongue.
Try it again.
What?
That's a tongue twister.
Yes, I know.
Try it again.
No. It's already off my screen. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix, right? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow! Your reflexes and mine need to shape up.
Bye.
My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want to grill me over a name? Frenzy, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. But dead horse, isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not! And I'm not on the brink of anything.
I broke the game because normally Ryoma can't defeat Xander in one turn, but he did.
What?
It was all him!
She broke it!
I didn't break it!
Come on, Nick, tell her, would you? She must not model from a picture book Francis with splash splash, simple and magnificent. Gah! Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like the dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys or you come back crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. Phoenix, right. It's been a year since we last met. A pleasure to see you again. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I see. I have a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge! Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he is gone from this world. Well, duh. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix, right. You will fall before me. This, I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth, come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you, because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better.
Rachel, you can, but then it gives you this message.
Huh? If you've already purchased the path to download the game, what? What the heck?
Yeah, which means you can only choose it, but you've broken your game.
Pardon? That doesn't necessarily break it though. You can do that. If you've purchased though, you can do that. It's probably the favor, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow! No smirking! Wait, no whipping is sick. That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool.
Oh, God.
Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only, to pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer X, you know. What?
I just got a battle save so I can move her game over to birth rate, but then Rioma.
He died?
No, he messed my whole plan up
Oh.
by killing Xander in the first turn.
I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. With all the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Don't you said you'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's gotta be okay, I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the inner temple that night. Dun 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 dun. Ah! Ah! That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini. My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it, There's an acolyte stuck at the inner temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do! She hasn't been since, what? Let me try that again. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't someone tell me about this earlier? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull a sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. Sorry, I'm talking to a friend right now at the same time, so sorry if my arm crosses the screen.
This time I'm gonna do a battle save.
Okay. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know the artist who testified after me? I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I could start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. Yo, throw me a pillow. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw.
And I think it's just saved the game.
On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room at 𝙎𝙊𝘾 Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night, but because you did, Maya is stuck at the inner temple. I'm so sorry. The dress in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet the training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. We're quoting 𝙬𝙗𝘍 now. Anyway, me and my friend. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they so choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya can still be stuck out there with the murderer and no way to escape either!
Ta-da! Ta-da! Rachel, all I had to do was move it over to birthright, and look! Rachel, look. Ta-da!
Wow.
I moved it over.
He's like, go to your stream, and I'm like, I am. I'm here too. Oh dear, yes, I suppose it does. Please, 𝙬𝙗, get that bridge up faster! I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No, no, no. I want to know a little more about the victim, Ms. 𝙬𝙁. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. No! I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Dunham as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes, now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel more authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Well, we'll check. Hang on a second. We'll just check this. Okay, Bikini says she's 48 there. And they don't know. Nice. Dun dot 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 dot. Great! It seems Miss Elise Dunham was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dunham on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's starting so bad. It's killing me. Me last night, though. Pearls, she was with Miss Dunham on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. 𝙬𝙗, I'm counting on you to check it out for me. So please hurry the repairs up. Ah! Okay. I love how worried he is because, like, I don't know. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. I'm sorry, there's so much dog hair on my screen. Ugh. Oops, I missed that line. Oh well. I'm just gonna skip that last one because I missed that one too. Hey! What was that jarring and considerate loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keep it nice and warm, I see. Detective! Have you finished repair the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Ah! It's been a while. Scruffy. You're... Oh my heckin' god, he heckin' dead. Sister, please, leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I'm on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work to pin the guilt on it. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix, right? Ow! That hurts, you know. Silence! I, Francisca von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me! She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Yes. That's exactly what she's gonna do. Hey, look at that! They fixed it up a little bit. Oh boy. Things have certainly become a lot livelier than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh! Mr. Nick! That voice! Bink. Pearls! Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick! She's so freaking cute. So you were here ever since that night. I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die! When I woke up in the morning and saw that dusky bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone. It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah! I am Francisca von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well, I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Oh, she's got her cornered. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. It looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Yow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? Ah. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about? Pearls? What? She's gone. Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix, right? To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. Oh well. I guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Okay. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what sudden clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix, right? But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Francisco and Karma? I seem to remember. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. Hang on, guys. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix, right? It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training. Yet, it appears she is nowhere to be seen. What's that? A strange lock. I wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Oh boy! Sorry. I was seeing things, what the heck. What do you... My stomach hurts. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Jennifer? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere, it's a different smell. It's gravy. What's the matter? The scroll. It's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes, there's a very appetizing smell in here. The gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you're going to use gravy as a substitute. I see. No, no one does that! For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we have at the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Why? Rude. What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite.
You screamed over that.
I'm okay!
No, you're not.
I'm fine!
No, you're not.
Shut up! Yes. There he is, the man of the hour. Anyways, Prosecutor Gatto, I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? Ha! I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The more importance of which was something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild marriage, right? This is Ms. Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Ha! Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is mine. Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Whippingberg. Go home. What are you hitting me for? You deserve more cracks at the whip.
Battle.
You deserve more cracks at the whip than that, right? What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? It's both! Okay. Sorry. I'm okay. Man, I want to cry.
Are you okay?
No! Yes. What? Sorry. you had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trait, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course. Being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment and failure internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. I said it's pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn out piece of junk off a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death? How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite, you. You should know all about it. You know where my life ended. And who ended it for me. Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. I do. Oh, I'm going to cry. Ah! Sorry, I'm okay. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how 𝙁𝙁 was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trey? Sorry, I'm just letting his theme play because it's the best. Oh, okay. Earlier you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on the side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trey, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Okay. Missing? As the leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on the side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? But that's impossible! She came here the night, and I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where is that? The sacred cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore, so they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she wasn't there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Trey, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with a search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trey, once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me. And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia, you killed her. No, that's not how it was. Oh boy. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone. Oh man. But she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught. But that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. Hello? Hey, why didn't you bring me one?
I didn't want to.
You're so mean to me! Why? Why? I'm gonna pull your leg. I missed it. I couldn't grab her leg. Dang it.
You grabbed onto my ankle, but
I tried so hard.
you can never get me.
I'm gonna throw this pillow at your face.
That would actually not hurt at all.
I know. What are you doing?
Also, Milo's on the cupboard again.
Hang on, guys. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No! He's so mean. What am I doing?
I think Shadow went to sleep.
Well, good for him. What is this peculiar looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. Repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would, well, let's just say the inner temple in the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well, then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key. Sure, just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. But there's no keyhole. That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple. The accused. What? Iris? When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times, now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who could open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, 𝙑𝙬𝘼. How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that a friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edward? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never.
You're waiting for that one line.
What line? What line? What line?
It's from 𝙑𝙬𝘼 though.
Yeah, but what line? We're talking about at the end of the... I'm not gonna get there till Friday!
Sad.
Stop teasing me!
I can't wait for it though, honestly.
I know. You better be in here Friday. And tomorrow. Because I'm gonna need you for emotional support.
Because
I'm gonna die. Okay. You should...
I'm going to die.
Yes!
You will.
Yes.
Okay.
Go get me one now. I'm hungry. Because I am...
Not a good snack.
What?
Pudding is not a really...
Oh, shut up. Yes, it is. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right? That's what everyone says. It looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself. Where's that coming from? Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Arrgh, my brain! This is driving me nuts. Ah! Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting. A friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip. So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decided if you wanted to wash that off or not? How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I, kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Huh? A kind of garden-like garden. A garden? Yeah. Anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, see you later. So, shall we adjourn to this garden? Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off.
I used the last plastic
spoon.
Oh, nice. Good job. You could have washed it off and given it back to me. You're staying here?
Yeah. Why am I wandering off in the hallway?
Yeah, why are you?
I don't know.
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Strange feeling. Forget about that. What's this strange writing on the stone lantern? Ah! What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you couldn't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy? A phone car will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But there's a charm of something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, it belonged to the victim, to Ms. Elise 𝙁𝙁. Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly. This means that the charm definitely belonged to Ms. 𝙁𝙁. This could be a really vital piece of evidence. Curé Master's talisman. Okay. Ouch. Well, this is odd. What?
I really don't know if I'm staying here.
Please stay.
Why?
Just stay.
No.
Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have been happened naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy? Huh? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when I met men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh, yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone. Got it? Understood. Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed, I just picked up my mouth guard and tried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Is that it? That's it. Gah! Whoever cleared up the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what the reason could be. The heck is that? I got some hair in my mouth and it started wrapping around my tongue. Uh-oh, you spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says, Maya. Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood. You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy. Without exception. Yes, sir. There, I'm readjusting. Okay. That's better. Just a second. So how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best scientific forensic team in the world working the place. Forensic team? And what was the outcome of the scientific study? Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. Oh god. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. The stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They looked kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were, it's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. Hang on. I know I shouldn't be eating in the stream, but I'm hungry, okay? Leave me alone. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godo tell you yet? Okay, you might notice I'm gonna be flipping a lot between two different pronunciations of his name. It's because I really don't know how to pronounce it. There's like a lot of things going around saying, oh, you know, Godo because of his previous self, and then, you know, 𝙎𝙬 because, you know, different ways. There's like 3 different ways to pronounce it, and I kind of alternate between the 3. Well, not the 3, but the 2 different ways of saying it, so let's just so you know. And then there's the joke way of me saying it, and I don't like to say it like that, because I feel weird that way. Anyways, there's like 3 different ways of saying it, and I'm never gonna know how to say it, so please bear with me if I alternate between the 2. Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her, but there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of the ski bridge. All I can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth. He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait, since she's the only one who can open the door to the secret cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. Maya, so these letters are written in blood. Yeah. What's worse is it's the victim's blood. Huh? This is Miss Donut's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Most interesting. That's right. I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down. You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, the Stone Lantern was upside down. Ahem. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Ms. Elise Stoneham wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking. That's impossible. From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of the Ms. Elise Stoneham's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place now. What? Well, what's my dad doing home early? Hello? So Ms. Donham was killed here? So, apologies if you start hearing people screaming. My dad's home. And he's like one of the loudest people in my family, other than my sister and myself. But, you know. I mean, I'm not very loud, but I can get really loud. Just don't trigger me. Don't get me mad. Okay? Okay. However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Ms. Grandma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder had taken place, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix, right? Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible, because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. Hey guys, I'm trying to stream over here. Can you guys like shut up for like an hour? I'm just kidding. But, you know. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off that lantern as soon as I got here. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. It's gonna take me a minute to get out. Hi, puppy. What? You want out? Or are you gonna stay in my bed? You wanna stay? Okay, you can stay. My dog just like stood up and moved to the edge of the bed just to be near me. He's so cute. Do I have something on here I can send him? Just a sec. I don't think I have anything funny. No, not really. Oh yeah, I do. I have this. Let me send this. This is... I've been meaning to turn this into a meme, but I never did. Okay. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Great! Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Gyodor managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him! We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone is so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but my affair is in a rather delicate position. Who do you mean? What? Who? What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? But it's me, Mr. Wright. All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice and reason for a change, Phoenix, right? From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. Ack! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix, right? Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix, right? What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing? Waha. Waha. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. She talking about Edgeworth. You just like my voice, don't you, Shadow? I'm literally not even talking to him, and he's just wagging his tail. You're so cute. It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk to her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. What? Poor Iris. She was worried about my back. Would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Oh, yes. You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular! You were the only ones who said that to me! I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew. You have a problem, Phoenix, right? Hang on, my dog wants to leave my room. Just a second. I gotta let him out. Hi, Dee. Oh, back up. There you go. He's gonna go attack the rest of my family now with love. That's all he ever does. Or maybe go sleep out there. One of the two. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Sure, she's so brave to testify so truthfully like that. But I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break that psyche lock of hers. How about the 5 of them? Alright, we're about to present that Magatama. Let's go. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Ms. 𝙁𝙁 had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Just suspicions. Yeah, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Ms. 𝙁𝙁's true identity. Ms. 𝙁𝙁 had this charm about her at all times. Gah! Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops! This thing speaks volumes about who Ms. 𝙁𝙁 really was. this talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Ms. Dunham's true identity. Please tell me I didn't butcher that word. It's a long word, and I don't do long words very well. I mean, I'm in high school, but that's a word I don't remember or know of very much. I have a very, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not like a 9-year-old trapped in a 15-year-old body, because that's not true. But I did definitely act like a 9-year-old at times. Definitely like a 5-year-old at times. It all depends on the situation, but whatever. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the curing channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of curing. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her first daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Music Misty! Myssterixus graced us with her presence about a week ago. Once she showed me the talisman with that mark on it. Well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her in like 17 years. That's when she disappeared. What is the significance of the talisman, sister? The curing talisman? I can't speak today. It's the symbol of the master of curing. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death. So at least Donum was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the curing channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. I'm sad. Oh my god. I forgot about that. Well, no, I didn't, but I kind of did. I don't know. All the dialogue. I knew of things, but there are parts of the dialogue I didn't remember really well. But whatever. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... What's happening? It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! I already know someone who's gonna be in trouble. Oh my goodness, the inner temple. This kind of tremor might... Inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall. It might very well cave in. What? Ouch. Sorry for screaming. Ah! Sorry for screaming, but I have to make this dramatic somehow. As you don't know, I said I know someone who's gonna be in trouble now. You guys, I don't know if you guys, I don't think I played Turnabout good advice for you guys, but for those who only have a little bit of knowledge about Ace Attorney from what I've played, those of you who don't know, Edward is extremely frightened by earthquakes. And so he's in trouble. But whatever. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish that later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix, right? They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. So thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Oh my god! You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. We almost hit an hour, guys. I might just do the investigation tomorrow and do the last 3 on Friday. But we'll see how long the next investigation is, and that will tell us for sure. Tell me for sure. We gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right! Ah! Well, what are you doing here? How could I have... How could you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Yeah! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? What? What is this you speak of? Sorry. So it was just now during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I feel you though. Where I'm from, those who don't know, I live in Michigan. We don't have a lot of earthquakes here. But I totally feel him on the fear of that. Any sort of natural disaster kind of thing kind of definitely freaks me out. Because people die during those. Or people can die during them depending on the severity of the event. And it freaks me out. So, I understand. I feel you. Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. It's because we don't get a lot of those here. I mean, yes, we are surrounded by lakes, but those we don't necessarily get high enough winds to cause hurricanes, and we don't have enough flat, empty land to cause tornadoes, and we don't really have the tectonic plates to really have an earthquake. Like, we have one, but it doesn't like connect. So like anywhere else, like California is prone to earthquakes, and like I know they have a lot because the fact that they have those two like tectonic plates that like to rub against each other. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've always been into science, and I mean, of course, I'm not huge on earth science, but I remember a lot of it because it's really important to know a lot of it. So, like, I don't know. This explains a lot about me. I really like science. Okay, we're done here. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right? The inner temple area is a dead end, so she only could have escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. And we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous! Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall, Sacred Cavern, now! Alright, let's go. Can't believe this is coming up sooner. Like, okay, it's up here. This will happen in real time in, let's see, August, July, I'm counting backwards. August, September, October, November, like 8 months. It's insane. And on the 27th of this month, which I won't be streaming, I might actually plan a stream that day. I don't know. I'm still planning out my next Nintendog stream. This will be the last Ace Attorney stream for a little while until I figure out okay, so I want to do next. But I'm definitely doing a Nintendog stream next because I haven't done one of those in a little while, and it probably will be another all my versions type thing, and I talk about things going on, stuff I want to get off my chest. So it probably won't be until maybe mid-September when school gets started and everything's off stuff to talk about. But we'll see. Fortunately, the sacred cavern didn't cave in, but what we found was something none of us would have ever expected. How long is part of the investigation? Okay, this part of the investigation isn't too long. So, even if it is, it'll make the stream longer. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris, please tell me, what the hell is going on? We're gonna save, and we're gonna continue on. My neck hurts. I'm okay, but let me just stretch for a second. Okay. Ow. Okay. Right, is this what I was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During this earthquake, when the cabin was in danger of heaving in, Iris escaped, and I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger! Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're the one to talk with your face all green. Miles, Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly... Yeah. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Goodbye. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where you part ways, Phoenix, right? I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was all right, but what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw these extra locks that someone put on the sacred cavern's door, and who in the world would have done something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Curian tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Francisca von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yeah, about a day, if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We've got to wait another day. Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at 𝙎𝙁𝘃 Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime at 𝙎𝙁𝘃 Temple, too. Being spotted at both 𝙎𝙁𝘃 Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Dun dun dun! I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Well, can't do anything about that. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? I still can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth. Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, right? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the criminal affairs department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. You guys are putting a lot of effort in the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground is even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, we were those cool kids at the same elementary school. It's gotta go back! No, stop! Stop! No! Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. No, stop! It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Stop. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna freaking stop. Stop! Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense lawyer. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Boom. Single gunshot. Shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 3 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there! But it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, right? There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, son. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think. So, no more of this self-pity, okay? I love that he cares for him. Like, honestly, it's Capcom. Capcom keeps putting them more and more closer to being canon, so, you know, it's okay. I mean, of course, they aren't, but Capcom keeps, like, fan service! Just kidding. I'm kidding, but yeah, no. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the criminal affairs department to look for her file? Yeah, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on, and I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, right? I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece of the puzzle that helps this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and House for a temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Oh, but we won't do that now. We don't need to do that now. We don't need to do that now, buddy. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break these locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth 𝙁𝙁𝘃, and pearls. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down the path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Oh, Mr. Nick! Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Miss Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is a loser's shack where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a friend with it? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larry's did a picture of me. That's great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See? Someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, right? Isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Loris. Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. Larry, you are a nutcase. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. It looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value. Hey, what's the look of doubt on your face? Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick. I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing. Does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Ms. Dunham's room reading a book together. But Ms. Dunham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Here's what exactly happened that night, Pearls. I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Why are they all coming in sets of 5? That's what I want to know. I've been a bad girl. I know I'll be punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power. It has disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried, but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her Sagi-lock to get the truth out of her. You mean locks, buddy. Alright, we're gonna go ahead. I'm tired. I did not sleep very well last night. I was up. I mean, I slept okay, but... Oh, no, actually, I can't say I did sleep very well because I was really kind of in pain. So I was, like, trying not to die. And then, of course, in the middle of the night, it got really cold. And I was up because I was really cold. And it was great, you know? I haven't gotten a lot of sleep over the summer. So, you know, I'm going to be in fantastic shape in a couple of weeks when I go back to school. I probably have to go to band camp next week, but we haven't heard anything from my band director, so... I wonder if Sister Bikini has gone back to the main hall already. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. He's funny. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I almost said issue. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I wanted to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago. Sorry, when Mystic Elise, no, I mean Mystic Misty, arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them." It's like she knew. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Korean, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is the power of the master worth as much bloodshed? Apparently. If you think about it, though, if it was the branch family that happened to become the main family, would it have been the same way? Because right now, the main family would have been Misty, Maya, Mia, and all of them. But right now, the branch family is Morgan and Pearl and that whole section. What if it was the other way around? Do you think that it would have changed anything? Because now that's actually kind of freaking me out. Like, conspiracy, not really a conspiracy, but it's kind of on my mind now, and I'm not going to get that off. Oh well. AU. I'm gonna make that an AU. Just kidding. I'm gonna be really bad at it. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. I mean, you have to. It's been 3 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask the Mask case. And during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Oops. Thanks to Maya, he was always on hand to help me out when I needed the most. The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you to be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're really direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore. You see, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? Yeah, I'm pretty— Ow! Sorry. That's nice. That's freaking nice. Okay. I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. The DL6 incident, huh? I know exactly what she's about to go into. So it was more than just what a lot of people say it is. Why is that killing me? There's something on my back and it's hurting my back. I don't know what it is either. I'm scared to find out what it is. Okay, whatever. I'll pull through this. I'll be fine. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 3 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who were the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. But the murderer was unseen! Ah! And now he's dead. So, you know, it's okay. No biggie. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, that's tongue twister, Mystic Misty. The name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was, and the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty's Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with the new master wielding the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? She does. I'm sure she does. Family feud, oh boy. This is where it gets really big. The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae family, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit the power, which is kind of weird to me, but okay. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia. Oh yeah, I've heard of her. What? You know all about him? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother, and lost her life as a result. Stop, you're gonna make me cry. Do you know what Mystic Mia 𝙬𝙬 said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, okay. Still, I'm gonna cry. Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master's seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now. Maya's home, 𝙬𝙬 Village. This was the first full case I played. When I played Farewell, I was halfway through it. I needed something to, you know, boost my wanting to play it, because I started playing it back when it was actually canonly happening in real life. But I never finished it in time. I got really busy around that time, and I'm like... So I just kind of waited. For those of you who don't know, I probably will be replaying this case, when it becomes canon in real life. So, February. But that really depends on how busy I am in February, because February I have a lot going on. Oh. Sorry, my friend is still talking to me. That's fine. So, I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. The next one that's supposed to be canonly happening... I don't have my notebook, so I can't tell you for sure. Because I have a notebook. For those who don't know, I have a notebook that has them all written down in order, and they're supposed to happen and everything, and I have a canon timeline and everything. But, I left it up north. So I won't be able to have access to it until probably Labor Day weekend. So, you know. Which is Not this weekend or next weekend, it's the weekend after that. So I still have like a month until I go to school, pretty much. Not even, it's like 3 weeks, but, you know, whatever. Anyways. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oh boy. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you met one of the Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh, yes, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jazzed that child. She's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan, but she's in prison now, isn't she? Yeah, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see, so I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. What? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. What did you send me on Twitter? Twitter. I just typed Twitter. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that 𝙬ⴜ's reputation hit an all-time low. Dear Maria, count me in. Cool, Mom. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna go retweet that right now. I'm already following, so I'm just gonna retweet that. We'll do that. It ends 2 days at 8. So Central, so 9 Eastern. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife had never become the master, he left her and the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris is a twin sister, could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. I had no doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. But what confuses me is, okay, it's so coincidental that she ended up having another daughter. Because, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how it all works. But I have no idea how it all works here. Like, I don't know if there's something that, you know, that makes it so, you know, they only have daughters or whatever. But that's kind of weird. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. But, as I was saying, I don't know how it works, so I can't say anything. But I'm sure you guys are trying to figure out what I was trying to go for. it was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens, but this information would be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Well, I know who we go talk to next. Well, kind of. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Melissa's missing out on one of her favorite things. I'm not gonna sing it because I don't know how it goes, but let me sing the background. Whoop! I love my job! Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Hey, pal. Huh? Ooh, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. Real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the face, though. A letter. I want to see that. I want to see the letter. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. It looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. Duh, I figured that out. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously by the HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. 𝙁𝙁. 𝙁𝙁? What did you mean by that? Masked menace, man. What is he gonna do? About that letter you found? Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the other temple. The incinerator? I knew it! I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? Ow! Sorry. I keep hurting myself. I won't do it again. Okay. Well, I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I'd better give it a good looking over and get some serious thought. Make sure you tuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering the crime, pal. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and check it over. Because I'm curious. Let's see. Burnt letter. Check. Be careful once night falls. Should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave thing up to her. Her name is... She is our ally. The whole... Here's a picture of her. Use it. I know to channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned, also make... Not tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Oh boy. So see if you can figure this out. There's not enough here for me to figure this out. But here, her name is, you know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but she is our ally. The whole thing, you know, once this is done, burn the letter. Also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. That's what I'm assuming. This part, this is what I figure out, but this part is all spoilers. I don't want to do that. And this is also, I don't even know what that is. I don't even want to try and figure it out. Okay, we're back. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the 𝙬𝙬 that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You've got to think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Raise your hand if you didn't see this one coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Well, obviously we're gonna play forensics expert. Duh! Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you can skydive off of it. Oh, bother. So, now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off something metallic. Next, touch the detector and take a real good look around the courtyard with it, pal. Once you've hit something metallic, the check gauge will flash. And then that happens, touch the gauge to really give it a good hard stare. It's really irritating. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alrighty, I'm gonna bring this down to the bottom screen so you guys can see. Oh, what's that? Oops, hang on. This is Miss Dunham's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detectors are acting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything useless, unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't that the whole point of a metal detector, where you find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands up! Examining evidence in the trap for the... Ah! The tape is coming off! Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Rest in peace, headphone users. That's a sword inside the staff. Could it be murder weapon? I never guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I actually give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. I skipped a piece of dialogue, but it's okay. If the real scene of the crime was in our temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim out in the main hall courtyard? I guess she was dragged all over the place. Just kidding. Hey, Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. I guess this isn't a murder weapon, huh? No! I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course! This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Good job, pal. It's about the same length as the 𝙎𝙎, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to the forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. We almost done yet? Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're going to get the stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and... well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. Oh my god. You don't think... Maya's been murdered? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of viridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. The staff secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, okay? If it gets said that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular, run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure. Thanks. I can't help but wonder, though. What was 𝙬𝙁 doing with stuff like this in the first place? Dun dun dun. Where you going? To move along now. To the garden. Here we go. I feel good. That's sad now. I got nauseous for some weird reason, and I don't like it. I'll be fine though. I can make it through the rest of this, I think. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin. You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but... the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father. A jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right? I might just know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. Da-da-da-da. Okay. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about the case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Those of you who remember the case from when I last streamed. Ah! This is it. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister. Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh, and this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Yeah. I thought about playing that case for you guys as well, but I'm just like, eh. So now you understand everything, right? I think you understand a little bit more. I don't know. So, after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? There's no need. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, excuse me a minute, I gotta figure this out. Metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? I only just discovered this, right? But I never knew about the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. This is giving you close to it anyway. She doesn't like her. That's why she's dead now. Okay. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been 6 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the 𝙬𝙬 channeling technique. Did you say 𝙬𝙬 channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. Like we don't know. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file, and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Duh. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the 𝙬𝙬 channeling technique is real. There she is. And for reference, here's Iris's profile. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. That's not what I wanted to push. My head hurts, guys. I am seriously thinking I'm gonna get sick. Oh my god. I'm serious. Yay. Oh, wait. There was only 3 for her? Okay, whatever. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at 𝙎𝙬 Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe that's what you're telling. What you're telling. Let's try this again. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. We're going to present Bikini's profile. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. I had hair in my mouth. Probably dog hair. There's flies everywhere. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the 𝙎𝙬 Temple. I'm so tired, guys. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start at 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. it takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. What? Huh? Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this. Not that. This. Present Iris's hood. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten? No, that's right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at 𝙎𝙁𝙁 temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy! How could that be? There's only 1 of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than 1 of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than 1 of me. And we're going to go ahead and present Dahlia Hawthorne's profile. No, not you. You can go hide. You, Dahlia Hawthorne. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? Ah! That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you, who was here at the temple the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it was yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the curing channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that they'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month, just as I suspected. The Iris that says bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. I saw this, I thought about this too. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? Oh god, no, I'm concerned. Hello? And my neck hurts again. I think I'm having repercussions from what I did to myself last night. Ugh, for those of you who know, I was playing around and I kind of fell on the floor and almost hurt and kind of almost gave myself a concussion. I'm starting to feel repercussions of that. I'm not concussed, but my head hurt for a long time after that. So probably from what I did last night, but I don't know. I'll ask my mom about it after we're done. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here in Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It twisted your entire destiny. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her? Iris. It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father. That's awful. But I promised. I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? Ouch. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was sent to inherit all of that as the next master. And that's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of 𝙬. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. This isn't over 2 hours, guys. I'm so proud of myself. But before long, the credibility of the 𝙬 tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. It's gonna keep going all over this. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple? Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fay clan. That's what it looks like. Oh no! Sorry. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began relations with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student? Have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Ouch. I see. Thank you for your help. Ouch! That hurt! You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix, right? There's still much to investigate. Leave the locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearls of Psyche Lock. Okay. We're going to go unlock Pearl's Psyche Lock now. Woohoo! And that should be it for this, but I don't really know. All I know is that I think that's the end, because she's got like 5 Psyche Locks I gotta break, and then I gotta talk to her, and then, because that's a lot of things you have to do to break her 5 Psyche Locks. It's insane. Okay. Look at that! They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh! Mr. Nick! Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of the potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearl is hiding. Go ahead, present the Magatama one last time. I suppose that this is the last Psyche Lock challenge because we're in the last bit of investigation. Oh boy. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in 𝙬♑ or reading a book together, correct? Yes! I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Ms. Donham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Oh gosh, I just got a tweet from Max Danziger. Those of you who don't know, Max Danziger is the drummer in Set It Off. And those of you who don't know, I'm going to go see Set It Off in 15 days. Oh, 16, actually. Yeah, 16 to 31st. And he just said, there are some songs we haven't played in a while for this tour, and zoo wee mama are they fast. So there's some songs they haven't played in a while on their set, and I'm just so excited. Oh my god. Okay. I'm having a fangirl moment. Well, I'm playing another thing I fangirl over. The double fangirl. Okay, Pearls. Let me regain myself. Okay. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? We are going to present the inner temple. You were here, didn't you, Pearls? You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Oh, okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. Maya Fey? It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. I signed up for your special course. Well, my. Why the brave of you are spinning out holidays? Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one of those new channel. Sister Bikini searched you. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? My jaw hurts, guys. I'm talking for too long. Come on, Jaw. You can make it through this. And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you feel responsible, didn't you? Or you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. I just stood up and I got really dizzy. Oh boy. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. You heard the lights out bell? Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls. Why are you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell is because of this. Present the burnt letter. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper? Ah! Where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. Oh my god. These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me, I know. As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note, and the purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was trying to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... Present Dahlia Hawthorne's profile. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Ah! It's just as I suspected. Ow. If it wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night, it was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I would never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Half-sister, even. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question, so here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions to you to follow? We're gonna present Morgan Bay's profile. Sorry if I sound like I'm like dying. I'm in a lot of pain right now. We're almost done though. I'll be fine. I'm not trying to push myself any further than I'm trying to. I just need to get this done so I can go figure out what the heck is going on in my... Okay, Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your mother, Morgan Fay. Alright, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Neg, why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than to be carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls? We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How did you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No one would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Present the hanging scroll. Oh my god. I don't know how much longer I can sit here. We're almost done. I can pull through. Okay. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? Ah! But what? Well, why would I do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Ms. Donham on the night of the murder? Perhaps we could read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Hahaha. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Ms. Lee, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Ms. Donham taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. But that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I didn't even manage to print the letter properly as my mother had asked me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. Ow. We're almost done, Rachel. You can do this. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy. I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master 𝙬𝙬, like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry! I didn't mean to! I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fall asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris, too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple? Yes. When I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy, and I let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Oh my gosh. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled 𝙑𝙑𝘑𝙑's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. But don't let her get your guard down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll try the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else is already channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? There's only one of each spirit, right? Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Oh my god, Larry. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl's could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother's going to a place called the penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me, the time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Ow! Sorry. My jaw hurts. So, I'm definitely not going to speak very much after this. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya is part of the Fae clan, so I had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mystic? I guess so, yeah, but no! There was a picture with the letter too. A picture of Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time, pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Huh. Thanks, bros. You really helped me out. Oh, I think I fixed my jaw, though. I didn't. I don't know. You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ah. Okay, you can restart then. I'm cool. I can do whatever. My computer wants to update in like 20 minutes. I'm like, I'll be done in 20 minutes. You can restart whenever. Finally figured it out. Have you, Trey? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. 𝙁𝙁𝘿. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about our lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because my face isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trey. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. Now I can't speak. Circumstances. I realized that, but and you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. The freaking song in the OST. It's the bitter taste of truth. And I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'm okay. I'll be fine. You know how many times I've said, take a shot every freaking, if you're rewatching the stream, take a shot every time I say, I'm gonna cry. No, but seriously. I've said that so many times today. And I actually started tearing up over half of it, so it's okay. I'm okay. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. What did I just say, Trey? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Hello. What are you doing?
I get this to play on the thing.
Nice.
It's not Blackboard either.
Nice.
It's on YouTube. That's how 𝙂's playing it.
Cool. What? I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm almost done, so. Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Mr. Nick, is what that man just said true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's live. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah! That's right! I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now you are to take the place at the head of the Fae clan. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. And with that, we are going to leave it here. I know, I'm cliffhanging. I'm putting this on a cliffhanger. Can't help it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This stream was a lot longer than I expected it to be. It's been about 2.5 hours, which is insane. I hope you guys have the time to watch it. So, hi puppy. So yeah, I will be doing parts 1 and 2 of the final trial tomorrow, and on Friday I will be doing the final part of the trial. So I hope you guys stick around for that. Well, as long as I'm doing okay tomorrow and I'm not like dying. So, whatever. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye.